Hello everyone and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite-Sized YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying my YouTube channel. If you'd like me to talk about anything in particular, then please let me know. And if you've got any comments, pop them in below. I look forward to seeing you soon. Hello everyone and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite-Sized podcast. Now, how are you today? Continuing on with the month of October and conversations I have with my mentees in the 90-day program. So I think I've already said the reason it's called the 90-day program is because the 3-month program sounds like rubbish, doesn't it? So lots of things are, we have to think of good names for things, but sometimes we have a rubbish name, but those rubbish names actually are descriptive and are therefore helpful. So don't be judging yourself about what things are called, was that comment. Now, today, what is the difference between a package and a program? So that came up today with my mentee when I was chatting with her. She's been in business for 7 or 8 years, I think now. And she was just saying that, what is really the difference between a package and a program, and how should she deliver them? How can she present them? So when we think of a package is a way of giving our clients perhaps a bit of a discount, really, because they're purchasing 3, 5, 7, 12 appointments. It's like, you buy a coffee and you get a coffee card, and at the, once you've had 10 coffees, then you get a free one. So we're not going to give a free appointment at the end of it, like a coffee card, but we might give a discount. We might round down the number. If you're charging $135, to see someone, then you might, or $137, you might round it down. So they're getting $20 or $30 discount, not a huge amount generally, but enough to make it worthwhile. And within that package, generally we offer a bit of a bonus for doing that because we want people to commit. And that is the point of a package, is that they've bought 3, 5, 7, 9, whatever it is, appointments with you, and they're committing. So when I do Pilates online in the morning, and I now have that as part of my program and package, is Pilates sessions recordings. And so I buy 10 tickets. It's much easier to do it that way. And so it's the same thing with our clients, is how can we package up our appointments and maybe 1 or 2 other things. Maybe there's a bonus or a little ebook or something you can give them at the same time. I do a hair analysis as part of mine, so I need to see them to be able to go through the analysis. So I want to see them, and I want to see them around a minimum of 3 times. Now, I don't have any problems with people booking back in again and returning to their appointments. Okay, so everybody pays for their first appointment and then they come back. Now, I'd forgotten, honestly, that I had a package available and I had a client book in. So she got a hair analysis and then 3 appointments. So she booked in on the package. I was like, what is this number? And it dawned on me that I'd written a package, I hadn't promoted it, and it's just sitting there very quietly all by itself until this client who wanted to see me found it. Now, she could just as easily have bought the first appointment and the hair analysis, which is what most people do. Now, when we think about a program, we're thinking about education. So the package is more about appointments with a few bits and bobs on the side, or systems that we want them to do. We might want them to fill out particular forms and do certain things. And that is our package. Whereas our program is more education based and may or may not have an appointment with us. Okay, people don't have to have an appointment with us. Children should generally be seen by us. I wouldn't be creating a program for a child. There might be an educational program you can come up with, but ultimately with a child, you're preparing something for the parents. The parents are paying for it and the parents are instigating it. So if you're creating a program for a child, you're actually creating it for the mum. You're actually creating a program on healthy eating for the toddler, or lunchbox is, the best things for the lunchbox, easy lunchboxes or some such, because the program is for the parent, not necessarily the mum, obviously, I should say the guardian, is for the guardian of the child, and that guardian is then going to create those lunchboxes, cook up those foods for that toddler, or play those games, read those books, whatever it is. So a program generally is based around education and may or may not include the appointments. Now, if you want to include the appointments with your programs, you totally can. And that's kind of the joy, really, of calling it a program, and that you can have whatever you want in there. All right. So, it might be that you start out like mine has a hair analysis, and then I email them the results, and then we have the appointment. That's in the package. But what I can add and will be adding on the side of that, and have added, is, Pilates, 6 Pilates exercise sessions, recordings thereof. Where is my little list? How about I actually read you my list? So the anti-inflammatory course is what I created years ago. So I'm just updating that and making it look pretty in Canva. Then I've got a habit changer course as well. Now, in the podcast, you will have heard way back when, I can't remember what number, the habit change, how to help people change their habits, particularly smoking, and simple things they can do. So there's going to be the tips and tricks there with that. I'm not going to call them course, by the way. And then, of course, I've got the Pilates, so 6 sessions, 50 minutes a session, and that's all going to be included in there. Then there's going to be all my forms, because I want them to fill out the forms. And so mine are packages, so I don't really have client programs, and yet it could almost be a program because there's lots of education in there. All right. So, but a program, remember, is more education based, and it doesn't have to have the appointments. Whereas I like seeing my clients. I like seeing them. I don't like people just buying things from me without me seeing them. I like the interaction. I like the communication, and I like the connection. So those are the things that when I look at my vision and my mission and my impact, it always includes the client. It always includes making sure that the person is following up and being followed up. Yes, people fall through the cracks. So we have to have systems in place so they don't fall through the cracks. And how are we going to do that? In the 90-day program, I work with people to make sure that they are they might set up a program and a package. The program might be in the package. So we've got these things that we can do. What I say to my clients with the program, so the Healthy Living program that I've had for years, I will say to them, I'm going to need to see you 3 times initially. Those are going to be fortnightly apart. Then we're going to move to 3-weekly, hopefully, and then we'll be able to stretch it out to monthly once we're at about the 5 to 6 appointment, depending how we're going. So that's what I explained to people right at the beginning. So everybody's expecting to see me on a regular basis. They are at the end of the consult. If I haven't booked them a follow-up appointment, they're saying, when will I see you next? And that's the response we want from our clients. When will I be seeing you next? So, let me get out the diary. I'd like to see you in a fortnight. Let's book you in. So on the side of that then, I say to them, to reduce those number of appointments, if you do this Healthy Living program, then it's all the things that I'm repeating in clinic. So, all of the foods that we should have in the fridge, in the cupboard, exercise, all of those things from my Healthy Living program. If you do that on the side, then we'll reduce your number of overall appointments. Because let's be honest, sometimes we get bored with our clients. They're lovely people, but they might not be exactly the person we want to hang out with for 40 minutes once a fortnight ad nauseum. So some people we do, some people we don't. So if we've got a program on the side there that they can be doing to change their lifestyle slowly and gently with your support, with your coaching support, then you're actually going to achieve their aims and their goals sooner than perhaps they would otherwise have reached them, because they're changing things in the home under your guidance using the program you've developed. So you can sell that program in the consult to the client. You can sell it on your website as an independent program. There are so many uses for programs. But just remembering, program is education based and package is clinically based, is seeing you with stuff on the side generally. So I hope that's helped. I hope that's cleared a few things up. So the next question for you, of course, is can I produce a program? Can I produce a package? How would I bill them? How would I charge them? What are the numbers within those? How do I work out the numbers? So you have a think on those of what you can produce for your clients, how you would deliver it as well. So these are things, obviously, I go through individually with people in the 90-day program, but you are going to need to nut that out for yourself after the podcast. Mind map it. I do love a good mind map and a bit of maybe even a roadmap to see where you're going with either your package, your program, or the combination that you will be using to make sure that your business runs smoothly. So, usual thing, if you've enjoyed today, don't forget to rate and review. And if you've got 5 stars spare sitting in your pocket, would you mind popping them on your whatever system you're listening to me on? That would be fabulous. So have a great rest of day, and I look forward to catching up with you really soon. See ya. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.